What's up guys, Pure Phoenix here. Today I'm going to be doing a Zerg tutorial. So this game will feature Pure Marine, the red Zerg up the top right, and Static, the blue Protoss down the bottom right. And this game is played on Nerazim Crypt. And yeah, this is going to be a Zerg tutorial showing a very effective early game rush, which will put so much pressure on your opponent that they'll either be playing with no mouse, same to you. They'll either be gone for pretty much the rest of the game unless some remarkable comeback occurs, or counterattack, or they'll just GG and rage quit right in your face. So, I'd like to apologise for the lack of videos lately. I haven't been able to fit much StarCraft in, but I'm going to return to being as active as I was before and try to post videos daily. So, straight to 10 supply for Pure Marine, and he will probably go straight for that spawning pool at 10. Yep, spawning pool at 10 for Pure Marine. Pylon going down at 9 for Static. And now drones and probes continue to be produced. Not too much else needs to be said here. So yeah, Pure Marine was a gold level 1v1 player who chose to go down to bronze, intentionally bagging some games. And then now he's won a lot of games lately, winning games back in a row. So he's up to versing high bronze and low to mid silver level players, which is not quite where he used to be, but still some opponents who know what they're doing now. Static going 2 early pylons and a gas before getting a gateway. So I'm not quite sure what's with this build order. Maybe a fast expand might be seen, not too sure. Now 3 drones, continues to drone up, puts 3 harvesters straight on gas. As soon as that gas was finished, that gas went down shortly after the spawning pool at about 12 supply, and continues to get drones mining and extracting that gas. So now a 3rd pylon has gone down for Static. Not quite sure what that's about. These 2 Zerglings that are about to pot will probably just scout further, just prod into the base a little bit, see what is going on. He'll notice that there's no gateway down yet. A Baneling nest, okay, a gateway's just gone down for Static, the blue Protoss, and a Baneling nest went down recently for Pure Marine. So will we see some kind of early Baneling pressure from Pure Marine? So yeah, I'm not quite sure why such a late gateway without any kind of nexus from Static. His economy might have benefited from it, but he's really not going to have anything to even kill off 2 lings without pulling probes by a lot. Now a forward going down as well for Static. So now a queen is going down for Pure Marine. He'll inject some lava, get some Zerglings out. When you're getting banelings off one base, you only need just the 1 gas, as Pure Marine is showing us. Now he's starting to rally some Zerglings into Static's base. He's nibbling away at that pylon. Now Static is forced to pull probes, and Pure Marine just runs those Zerglings back, and Static really needs to return to mining. And there we go. So now he's morphing all 4 of those Zerglings into banelings, which, considering there's not even a Zealot out yet for Static, could do a considerable amount of damage on this mineral line of Statics. He currently has 19 harvesters, which is yet a lot more. Oh, and these banelings are going to run in and explode, leaving a lot of them dead, and the rest on red health. Bastard there from Static. It was on 19. 7 probes died, and 7 more are left on red health. Not really, just a rust. Standard Marine, Pure Marine play with his Zerg. So now he's continuing to inject larvae, get some Zerglings out, and maybe make those. So 2 more Banelings are now going to run in. That Zealot gets a free hit, but it won't be able to do enough, and those Banelings might blow up, and there goes the red health probes of Static's mineral line. Maybe just 1 needed to explode there, and the other could start to chip away on these ones. But there is only 8 harvesters left now for Static, and Pure Marine's economy and army is doing a lot better. And now, wow, 6 more banelings being morphed in. This is very effective from Pure Marine. He might be able to, he's going to need to avoid those Zealots, because he can just head straight into the mineral line. And now he's going in, the Zealots are going to, and it probably wasn't the wisest move to engage with those Zealots, because he lost 5, and there goes more probes. He lost 5 banelings for the 3 Zerglings, for the 3 Zealots, although now there is no defense left except for this 1 Zealot. The Zerglings will run in and destroy that pretty easily, and now 4 more banelings to erase whatever traces are left of this mineral line. So now the Zerglings have free roam of the mineral line, able to nibble away at whatever they like. These Banelings might just go in and blow it up, and the Zerglings now focusing on the gateway, trying to stop another Zealot coming out. And he's surrounded. He's surrounded. He's got his probes in a group. The Baneling wipes it out. There is one probe left on 1 health. That Baneling goes straight for it, and the Zealot. Gateway goes down. Final probe goes down. So not a single probe mining anymore for static, and the gateway is gone. So that should be a GG from him. There's nowhere else to go from here. Continuing to rally Zerglings is pure Marine, and that was very effective. It is critical for Protoss players, especially at a low bronze, silver, or even gold level, to wall in against Zerg, because rushes such as this are so effective, especially when you allow the Banelings right into your mineral line. Static really should have pulled probes on that occasion, because pulling probes would have allowed him to get most of them out alive, and maybe send 1 probe in to be killed by the Baneling. 75 minerals, 75 minerals and 25 gas for a Baneling for the 50 minerals for the probe is a pretty good trade-off, and if you can get that early Zealot out is crucial. None of this forge, none of this 3 pylons, so I'm not quite sure. The strategy from static wasn't the wisest. However, this very effective rush probably couldn't have been prevented in this case. So these 2 buildings are the only remaining buildings for static. It doesn't look like the game is going to go any longer, but he also has shown no sign of leaving, so he's going to make pure Marine work hard to get this win and kill off this gas, kill off that pylon. Gas goes down, pylon is left. Overlord's been sitting there the entire game scouting, because when you're playing against a Protoss play, it's not until you see the Cybernetics core finish that he can get Stalkers, which attack air. That's when you want to pull that Overlord right out of there. Pure Marine with the GG, and static final building goes. There is the end of that replay. So Zerg versus Protoss is probably the least effective that build will work against, and now we will do a Zerg versus Zerg mirror matchup again with Pure Marine showing us this rush. So we got up the top right corner, we got the blue Zerg Pure Marine. Up the top left corner, we've got Apocalypse, the red Zerg. And this game is again on Nerazim Crypt, Marine, and all is dandy. So same to you. So we might see a bit of a variation, because when you're playing against a Zerg player, they can get their own Zerglings, put a bit of early pressure on, where it takes Protoss a lot longer to get some units to harass or defend with. Pure Marine, a few cheeky tongue faces there, and identical build so far. Apocalypse does the same, cheeky tongue faces. Overlord produced now for nope. So a few cheeky tongue faces. Pure Marine's not having any of it, and nope. So Pure Marine again going for that spawning pool at 10, which is quite a different variation to what Apocalypse is going. He's gone for that Overlord at 9. Now he's got a bit more supply capacity than Pure Marine, and his economy might benefit from it a bit, because that early spawning pool, you're sacrificing 4 drones or 2 drones and an Overlord, and now the spawning pool goes down at 10, but he did go for that Overlord. No, the spawning pool went down at 11, I believe, but he did go for that Overlord first, so it's not really necessary to do that, because you can do it at 10 without the Overlord, as Pure Marine has shown, and now he's gone straight for that gas again, so he can get a few Banelings as soon as the Zerglings are out and about running in the base. Reppin' Cursor 1. Don't know what that's all about, but maybe just throwing Apocalypse off his game a little. 3 harvesters straight to the Extractor, mining away, because you do need 50 gas for the Baneling nest, so bear in mind he's got to do that. There's not much he can do apart from drawing up, maybe get a Queen and a Zergling to scout until he can get that Baneling nest. He is almost at 50 gas now. We got 4 Zerglings running around. They'll either harass, scout around, or grab those Zelnarkers in the middle and make sure there's no other kind of rush coming, because they are yet to locate each other, although Pure Marine is very close with this drone here. So now the Baneling nest has gone down for Pure Marine, and he's got those 4 Zerglings out. He's got that option. A Queen halfway done now for Apocalypse, and double gassing is really unnecessary. I'd say that's unnecessary. You can go 1, you can mine a bit, you can focus on drones on the mineral line, and then you can go for that gas a bit later on. So 17 supply each, both 13 harvesters, except Pure Marine does have a higher gas income, as he has been mining gas from about 11 or 12 supply. Now these 4 Zerglings will move out, maybe do a little 4 Zerglings also for Apocalypse, so it's a pretty similar standoff at the moment. Both players, apart with the exception of Pure Marine's Baneling nest right there. Few more drones being produced for Apocalypse. Still nothing mining on that gas, so he's going to send those 3 drones over there. And now, 8 Zerglings going to move in. He doesn't really have anything to defend with apart from the Queen. These Zerglings have no idea even... He's got no idea even where Pure Marine is, so he's going to have to find out the long way, and it looks like he's going to find out last. You might see that Overlord. And wow, 6 Banelings being morphed in for Pure Marine. This could be deadly again to Apocalypse's mineral line, as we saw happen to Static last game. So these 2 Zerglings come in, nibble away at the Queen, maybe back out, because there's no way they will take that down. But now these... Oh, and see, that is what Static needed to do last game. You run those probes. He's still going to be able to explode in the mineral line. Wow, there go almost all of the harvesters for Apocalypse. He's left with 6 remaining. But that is really, really, really big loss for Apocalypse. He is down to just 6 harvesters. He really needs to pull that one off gas, that's for sure. Get those minerals back to drone up. And he needs to be injecting lava constantly. He's got that energy to do so, so I'm not quite sure. He's probably still a bit rattled. He's now focusing on sending 4 whole Zerglings up to Pure Marines. Not 3, not 5, but 4. And he's going to try to go round maybe the back for the mineral line, but I don't see... When these 6 Zerglings are about to pop, he might kill 1 or 2 drones. He pulls drones. These Zerglings will come and assist as well. The Queen at the back, and I'd say maybe 2 harvesters were lost. Units killed. So 10... Pure Marine has killed 10 of Apocalypse's workers compared to the 3, and now 4 more Banelings are going to run into the mineral line. Apocalypse needs to pull again. He does. 1 Baneling goes down without doing any damage, and will he be able to corner again as he did last time? Continuing to micro, and maybe an explosion there. Apocalypse really's got nowhere to run. He needs that Queen to kill off those, and boom! Down again to 7 harvesters. Apocalypse is hating life at the moment. Zerglings continue to be produced, and really Pure Marine doesn't need to get that many more drones. He is droning up for now because he knows he's got that economic lead. Expansion for Apocalypse did go down a while ago. Pure Marine just grabbing his now, but it's not as if he's got very many drones to put at either expansion. So just the 6 Zerglings now for Pure Marine. That'll probably defend any kind of pressure that Apocalypse tries to put on, due to the fact that he doesn't have anywhere near as many probes as Pure Marine, or anywhere near as many probes as he should, as you can see from the supply count up here. So now a large group of Zerglings, 12 Zerglings, going to be moving out. I don't know why he's sending all these drones to this expansion. He might be hoping that Pure Marine hasn't noticed it. Yeah, so Pure Marine hasn't scouted that expansion, so at least when he attacks here, Apocalypse's drones will be safe. But that is going to be more Zerglings than he can deal with now, and he's continuing to eject, continuing to get Zerglings, and this is going to be really effective. So now he takes out the remaining 2, and he just leaves the game. He was not going to hang around any longer and see his buildings be taken out, and he's just left the game. So against Zerg, again, this build isn't probably preferred because they do have those Zerglings out. They could do some kind of rush. They could kind of rush you. And now we're going to look at this build against a Terran player, which I would say is the best race to use it on, due to the fact that all of their early units are biological, not as fast as Zerglings, and they don't have that Queen or anything to do some damage. So down the bottom left corner, we've got KTB, the red Terran, spawning. And this is on Zelnaga Caverns. Up the top right, we've got the blue Zerg, Pure Marine. And we'll see how this goes. GLHF from both players. Good luck, have fun, and we'll see how this goes. So as I was saying, against Zerg, they've got those Queens, which can kill off 1 or 2 Banelings, or they might even misclick and go for the Queen, which no one likes losing a Queen, but it's better than losing your entire mineral count bar 5 or 6 workers, as Apocalypse found out. And against Protoss, they do have those shields, so 1 Baneling isn't enough to kill it. It will leave it with 5 health, so if you run some Zerglings in, you will be able to do some damage and most likely kill off the remaining probes, but still it's not preferred as you can't one-shot. And now, as I was saying, the best race maybe to do this build against is Terran. So now a spawning pool going down again at 10 for Pure Marine. Oh no, he's gotten an Overlord now at 10, and then he's going to go... So he's gone Overlord first, 10 pool, and now the spawning pool goes down for Pure Marine, and just a supply depot being produced for KTB. Now, both players already know the location of their opponents, since it is on Zelnaga Caverns, the only 2 location map on the 1v1 ladder as of Season 3 and Season 4. So now a barracks going down for KTB at 11, which is a bit quicker than your standard 12 supply barracks, so we could be seeing some kind of early pressure from the Terran, maybe a bunker placed strategically here or here. And Pure Marine gets that gas at 12 or 13 again. And everything's looking similar to the last two games against Static and Apocalypse. So now the barracks, gas also going down now for KTB. That's a pretty standard time in gas, 13 or 14 is about when you need it. And now another Overlord being produced for Pure Marine. He probably doesn't need to allow for that much supply. He doesn't have any guys on gas yet. Maybe three, yeah, so he's going to put 3 harvesters on gas now. And they will get that 50 minerals so we can get that Baneling nest down. Second barracks going down for KTB relatively quickly at just 16 supply. He hasn't gone for the orbital command, he's just got 1 mining on the gas. He's probably forgotten about it. And so we could see some kind of 2 or 3 racks rush as they are very quick barracks at 11 and 16 supply. So Pure Marine luckily is going to be responding with some early aggression because he decided that before the game, as we know. So now these 2 Zerglings will move across the map, run up this ramp and scout. A Marine is out, so he should be able to gun or prevent them from running into the race. And I'm not quite sure what KDB is doing. There's not that many locations. He's actually scouting every single mineral patch on the... Okay, he's scouting every single mineral patch on the map. That's really not necessary, KDB. He spawns right here. That's how Xel'Naga Caverns has worked for ages, and that's how it will continue to work. Otherwise, it will not be Xel'Naga Cavern. So one of these Zerglings now grabbing the Xel'Naga Tower up here. More Zerglings being 5 Zerglings out now. The Baneling nest is half completed, continuing to mine gas, so he will be able to turn. KTB finally does locate that Pure Marine's base, but it's really, really not. It's a bit late considering he should know where they were already. 4 Marines now for KTB, so this could be some kind of Marine rush, but it's really, if he scouted earlier, he would have seen the fast gas, maybe even the Baneling nest. I'm not sure if he... no, he didn't see the Baneling nest, so well placed by Pure Marine. So he's not going to know that there are units being produced that will be able to destroy his Marine army relatively quickly. So now a factory going down, so we might see some kind of Hellion play from KTB, which is a good counter to Zerglings, Banelings, especially with that blue flame upgrade, which he could swap. He can swap the factory with this tech lab, with this barracks, and get that tech lab and get that upgrade. Reactor being produced, and a Bane just goes right up and does 80 damage on that building. And now, wow! All of KTB's Marines are gone. There is a gaping hole where his wall-off used to be. These Zerglings will come in. I don't know if he's going to be able to repair that in time. It's just sitting there. And yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to repair that. So there goes that supply depot. And all of a sudden KTB is not looking in a good position. More Zerglings coming into the base. Few Marines. Now 4 Banelings being morphed in. They will do a lot of damage on that mineral line if he can get that surround like he did against the other 2 players. Pure Marine continuing to inject and get those Zerglings and Banelings. And wow, will they blow up? And boom! Now left with 6 harvesters is KTB. Really not in a position he would be hoping to be in. Down to 3 harvesters. 2 harvesters. They were the 2 smart enough not to leave their refineries and try to engage with Banelings, which is pretty much every harvester's worst nightmare. So GG, great rush from KTB, GG Pure Marine, and KTB has left the game. So as you've seen, this rush can be effective against all 3 races. It's most effective against Terran because even if they do wall in, you can take out that barracks and a supply depot, maybe supply block them depending, and if there are any leftover Baneling, so just 5 or 6 will do the job with Pure Marine. Unless they've got some Marauders. Marauders are heavy units and they'll do a fair bit of damage on the Banelings before they even arrive up the ramp. But yeah, if he's just got Marines, you will be able to bust that open, and then whatever you have left over, straight to the mineral line. And if he does pull, maybe split so that he's got nowhere to run, some up here, some down here. If he doesn't pull, all you got to do is wait until he misclicks slightly and explode those Banelings, ending his mineral line and ending his chances in this game. So thanks to Pure Marine for these 3 replays. I hope you've enjoyed this Zerg tutorial, and I will continue to post more videos when I get a chance. Thanks guys, and I'll catch you later.